What's up, everybody? I thought I'd do an update on my car, 1998 Acura Integra. I've done a few little things to it here recently. Most of my videos have been about water leaks that I've experienced in my little two-door hatch. Thankfully, I haven't seen any leaks as of late, so I thought I would just do a video about my car, of some of the things that I've done to it here recently, and no particular order here. I guess first I'll start off. My 98, it's just a standard B18. It's not a VTEC, it's just an LS, but it is the GS, so it did come with the leather seats. For some reason I just couldn't get used to these leather seats. I really feel like I'm kind of sitting about 1 inch to 3 inches higher in the seats. Naturally in the cold and in the hot, you kind of slip and slide, stick. Maybe because I've sat in cloth seats. My camera cut out on me. So basically I've got these leather seats, and I found a good deal on some GSR cloth seats, and so I bought these to put in. Does it have that brand new look like the leathers give it with the way that this car has been kept? No, but I think just I don't have to worry about messing these seats up, and I don't think they look too bad in the car. Yeah, they're a little beat up, but I think I'm going to be overall sitting a little bit lower. And so anyway, so there's the GSR cloth. I think these are from maybe a 94 or something. There's really no attachments or anything on the side. There is a lumbar thing, so yeah, so basically I took the leather seats out. I'm just going to set them in the house. The next thing I got was I upgraded I've got an Alpine Stereo that I put in, and it's got it's a CDE 143BT Alpine. It has auxiliary, all that stuff. It's got Bluetooth, CD. It's not top of the line or anything, but it's a decent stereo, and I like it so far. So I also bought these floor mats, just like 10 bucks off eBay, to just kind of protect my floor mats there. So nothing fancy, $10 mats. Another thing that I got, I'll go ahead and show that now. These little things you get off eBay, and they're LED lights for your interior. And I tell you, having the lights before this one, just these little bitty bulbs, was really so dim. And so basically just pop the cover off with a screwdriver, these little slots that'll let you pop this out. And these things don't cost much. I'll put a link up on my on the video or on the description, and you can, there's plenty of YouTube videos on it. But yeah, so I got these two super bright white, which helped out tremendously. I'm a pizza delivery guy, so having that type of light when you're trying to read a ticket at night is pretty nice. As you'll see, I put a blue one. It may not show up very well. I put a blue one, and I'll maybe do one at night to show a difference. But I put a really cool blue LED there. Cut that off. And they make green and red and all these cool different colors. So I think, as far as if you get an Integra and wanted to do a cheap upgrade, that's probably the cheapest, best one to do. So anyway, so let's see. I've got the stereo, I got the floor mats, I've got changed out the LEDs, put in these cloth GSR seats, basically just for comfort. They sit a little lower. I bought some MIchelin. I think these are Premier AS. Let me find that there. It's going to be upside down, but so I got some Michelin Premier AS tires. Cost me about 550 bucks, and so far they've been excellent. Super smooth ride. I really may get some 16 inches, but for now I wanted to kind of keep the car stock looking. So I bought those Michelins, and so far I love them. I've only put about 50 miles on them. I got a Rockford Fosgate. This is a sub-powered, so it has the amp built in. It's a 300 watt amp. and this is a Rockford Fosgate P312, something like that, and it bumps pretty hard. I may make a demo later of it, but right now I'm just kind of talking about what I've got. So I paid about 180 bucks for it, and kind of went OCD, but I kind of covered everything in plastic housing and stuff. Ran my ground to here, and I've got all my interior out still from the leaks. So I got the Rockford Fosgate sub-powered amp. I put some Polk DB651S slim mount speakers in the back. I've got also the same DB651, just the regulars in the front. I bought a little sub-powered amp that you'll see back here, and in the two-door hatch there's a lot of room behind here, I guess, where the heat comes out and everything. So I put this there, it just moves around. I've covered a lot of it up with the black housing of tape and different stuff. So that's a little 45 watt amp that goes to my front and rear speakers. And since the subwoofer is sub-powered, I basically ran it through the firewall, which I'll show. So I got the little sub-powered amp, the Polk speakers, the Alpine Stereo, the GSR seats from the leather, some LED lights to brighten it up. I got these plastic mats. I've probably already showed this. I got a really cool Covercraft sunshade. And let's see, I'll show you where I ran that through the firewall there. You'll see I also used a bunch of the black housing. I thought it just looked real clean. There's my little amp fuse, and I ran it through the firewall. Probably won't be able to see it down there. Yeah, you'll see I changed I did a tune-up when I got the car. So I was saying I cut the camera cut out new spark plugs, plug wires, distributor cap rotor. I've tried to stick OEM with everything. So yeah, as far as so far the car is doing pretty good. Right now I do have to fix my, of course I knew this was coming, but the cam seal is leaking. So that's my only problem with this car at the moment. I got a Password JDM cam seal, and I've got 83,000 miles on this car. So I've got actually I'll show it here in a second, the things I'm going to do. I'll have to pause the camera and come back, and I'll show some of the upgrades that I'm going to do. Not really upgrades, but just standard maintenance. So alright, hang tight. Alright folks, yeah, basically right here I've got, I'll just try to put I may just insert a picture of everything, but I've got the timing belt, water pump, thermostat, crank seals, camshaft seals, basically everything that you would do to a timing belt, water pump, all the new belts and everything. I mean, all this stuff, it's all, I don't want to pull it all out here, but all of it's Honda factory parts, everything, basically for a full, basically tune-up for a 90. I also have to do it for my 4-door, so I had to buy double of everything. And so I'm going to do timing belt, water pump, thermostat on both cars. One car is at 83,000, and my green car is at 273,000, I believe. So they're both due. And but anyway, there you go, folks. Well, I got my cloth seats in. I'm on the lookout for some really mint, super mint ones to put in here. I like these so much. I had them in my, see, I just bought these, super good deal, because I wanted to put them in my 4-door, and I love them. Actually, I got my other seats back in here now. I cleaned this one up, so it looks brand new almost again. This one I've got to take out and clean. I didn't get to it, and the winter times kind of kept me from the sun. But anyway, I want to put those GSR seats back in this. I want these seats back in that green one ASAP. I want to show my blue light if you can see it, and maybe you can, those interior lights, how bright they are. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked about the GSR seats, even though they don't look quite as good. These are the ones I pulled out. What's up, y'all? I just thought I'd give a what some of these lights actually look like at night. This is the blue that I have with my interior, and that's the LED. So there's definitely kind of a blue tint. It's almost a purple-ish. And then I'll show you these lights. I'll actually get out of the car. Let me shut this. You can see, or maybe not, but actually really bright. And you may not be able to tell just how bright it really is until you compare it to not having one. I'm gonna try to show. Let's see. In my pocket here. The bulbs, the original bulbs look like this. So when you go to get a replacement, they don't look anything like this. But anyway, I just thought I'd show just how bright that is. And the blue, I got a green bulb, and I should do a comparison, but I didn't really like the green. I felt like since my my stereo has this blue tint to it, I felt like it kind of evened it out with the blue there. So I definitely like that. And like I say, super duper bright with this. One thing I did on my green car, you can take the gauge cluster out and put brighter lights in there. Also, you can take out the cluster here, the heating and air conditioning unit, and change those bulbs out. I'll show. Well, in my other car, I actually did change them out. I'll actually show you real quick. So there's what it basically looks like there. And let me show you these real quick. There's lots of videos on YouTube that show how to take the cluster out and different stuff. I've got the blue light in my other car too, and the interior lights on this one are super bright. So, and that's not even on the full brightness. Like, they're mega bright. Even on the lowest, they're probably brighter. Just to give a demonstration, you'll see how bright the radio is. If you look above it, that's how dim those lights are as to compared to there. So I'd really like to kind of get those too. It made a huge difference, and very easy to take this cluster out. Just a few screws, and everything's just real easy to put in and out. But yeah, it's kind of my update on the super bright LED upgrade for my car. So yeah, cool.